All right, questions for Coach Riley?
Good lead-in, Tommy. All righty.
You think Seaton's going to play? It seems like
You know what, Sam? I'm really encouraged. I want to check one more time with the trainer and in the morning, and then with Seaton. But he's practiced all 3 days and taken all the turns that he would normally take, so that's encouraging. I just want him to feel real confident in it, you know. I think if they let him play, then obviously it's safe for him to play. You know what? Neville hasn't practiced much until today, but he will travel. How much starting, I don't know yet. You know, and then Brandon Riley's had a tight hamstring for a couple days. My hope, and I'll emphasize that, my hope is that he feels better tomorrow and can go through what we do on Fridays out here. So, Dedrick, I think will play. He's been very, very limited, but at this stage of the year, he pays attention. He gets a few reps today in shorts. It should be all right. You know, but we'll have to have another plan ready, which, you know, we got, Trent's done a nice job of developing pretty good depth there. So, but Dedrick's a good player. We'd love to have him playing.
With Neville's situation, how do you feel about the 5 that you're going to put out there?
You know what? I think that when you get to this stage of the season, everybody in the country's dealing with it. I think we're well prepared for exactly what we're going to do. Put Cole Conrad in there. Cole will do fine, and you know we'll play, and that's all good. You know, the issues are what happens then, but we still have a plan, and I think that this will be a big test for that group anyway, and we'll be fine with it.
Nothing else?
Come on, some of you young guys, ask a question. Get used to it.
Since we last talked to you, guys are 10th in the college football playoff. How important is it as a program to, I know it's the first ranking, but
Yeah.
you at least want to be in the mix, don't you?
Oh yeah, we're all pleased with all that. You know, we all are realists and understand that it's really at the end of the year where you really want to be relevant there. But that's our plan, to be there, and we have positioned ourselves where we can be there, and can't ask for more than that today. So, I guess the trap is if that's what you're dwelling on, because we all know that there's a big fourth quarter to this season coming up.
Hey Mike, I know this isn't the first thing on your mind this week, but there's a possibility of a Friday night game down the road here, and I know some people in the high school community were a little worried about, you know, college game interfering with that. What are your thoughts on that whole thing?
Well, you know what? That would be my very first thought I guess I'm showing my age, but back in the day when high schools played on Friday and colleges on Saturday and the pros on Sunday, that's probably pretty good. Realistically, in this day, it's absolutely probably a very good move, and it is going to give our conference a chance to get more of our teams exposed everywhere, which our conference has done the very best job of any conference in the country doing that. And so there's always pluses and minuses to things like this, and I'm sure that the high schools will maintain their followings, and it's not like it's going to be every Friday night in Lincoln or 6 times a year or something like that. So it's not going to affect anybody really big time long term, and it's very, very natural. It was coming. And for me, my life, I've played games all over the place, all different ways, and I don't think after they decide how to do it, I don't think we should have a big opinion about it, because we got to like it. And we got to pass that on to our players. That we're going to like this. This is going to be fine.
This is 108,000. I think they seed 108,000. Do you feel like last week kind of prepped your team well for what they're walking into?
I suppose it does every time you get to do it. I think that the one thing I think you have to get to someday, someplace with your team, is that they like walking into that they embrace it. This is right where I'm supposed to be. Go into somebody else's park like this and win the game. I think our team is pretty good that way for sure. And I thought we kept our poise, kept playing. We handled all the noise and stuff last week good. So I'm anticipating that we should do better because of that. And we'll see. But I'm sure it's a great atmosphere. I'm looking forward to it myself.
The two teams are kind of just a parallel. You know, both of them top 10 on the road. I guess, how would you compare this week's worth of practice to maybe a week ago?
Yeah, I think that our practices, I can't make anything else up. They've been pretty consistent all year long. I've appreciated this team because the one thing that I don't like is a different feeling each week about what it's going to look like when I walk out there on Tuesday, and I don't want to have to worry about that. You have to get the team to a point where they know when it's time to go to work, and then you come in there working. And this team has been really consistent, and I like that about them. I suppose it comes from a real big desire to win and look good, play well, and they have good leadership amongst them. So I really haven't seen, I have not been out here where I say, well, this has been a bad week or a bad day. It's all been pretty good.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you all.